what I mean by that is I've cut some patterns from construction paper, poster board, and taped them on the leading edge to see if I'm going to like this particular paint scheme. And I am, because I'm trying to make this a retro airplane. Modern numbers with classic looks. So what I did was I cut those paper dolls out. I've taped them to the airplane, and we're going to tape this off, and I'm going to paint the leading edge black, just like this, and I'm going to highlight the red behind it. Sort of like, I guess it was Billy's Junar. Then of course we get the gold leaf letters here, and the gold leaf letters over there, and that'll be pretty retro. I'm not sure what we're going to do here, but I would like to finish this up, the wings up, today. So we can move on to inking and gold leaf tomorrow. I don't know. I've always cut it so short. It's kind of like being a mechanic where I'm down to the deadline. It just doesn't look like I'm going to make Allen's contest. But that's alright. I'll be there flying my other airplane, but I don't think this airplane's going to make it. Sort of like the profile, which I kind of gave up on. I ended up giving that airplane away, so you're not going to see me finish that. I gave it to somebody else who's trying to set up an electric program. So I'm going to let the camera roll, and you can see how I do it. So sit back and watch. Okay, here's a sign painter's trick. I should have done that up front, but I had forgotten about it because it's been quite a while since I painted signs. But obviously putting the pattern down with the tape on it is not going to allow me to tape. So you take a razor blade and just cut a hole in the pattern, a diamond shape. And that'll hold the pattern in place by putting a piece of tape over that and sticking it down. Then we can fine line tape around the pattern. There's a million ways to do different things. You know, whatever works for you. But I thought that I would, that was a tip worth sharing. A piece of tape over that hole, and a piece of tape over this hole, and stick it down, and now the pattern's in place. We could use a paper pattern with a pounce wheel and lamp black, but I don't want to get that involved in this. I just want to get it done. So here we're going to tape it out. Okay, we're painting black on this leading edge, and black is like a mirror, and it has to be just about perfect. So if you're running across any imperfections, now's the time to sand them out. So just a light sanding. This is about the, I'd say this is the fourth sanding on this wing here. So she ought to be real slick. I'm using 600 to sand out any of the imperfections. It had been sanded with 1000 grit and wiped with Windex, but I'm trying to get out or level off any of the nicks because I want the black to look like a mirror. And you sand it. If there's a spot, you sand it until the spot is dull. We're not going to worry about priming. We're not going to worry about going through the paint or any of that because black cover is real good. A few drops of Windex on the sandpaper will flood the paper and clear it. I've only got about an hour tops into this leading edge trim so far, and we should be able to finish this today without a problem. So that took care of the spot. And you say, well, why am I doing that when I'm going to clear it anyway? Well, it takes less clear paint. And we ain't got a whole lot of weight. I want to stay under that 64-ounce mark. Clean it real good. See a small divot right there. Alright, got it. Well, I kind of ran through it with a silent video on the taping of this side here, but you get the idea how it's done and how quick I can do it. So we'll be back in a bit when I get her all taped up and start shooting it black. Well, we got the black on it, and looks pretty good. I had to add some retarder because it's kind of humid today, so the black was blushing, and it's going to take probably half an hour, 45 minutes before I can untape this safely. I mean, it feels dry, but I don't know, retarder makes the paint feel kind of rubbery, so I'd rather just wait a little bit longer and be safe. It looks pretty good, and when a clear gets on there, it'll look great. So what I'm going to do is I'll shut the camera off. We'll wait for it to dry. When we come back, I'll give you a silent rendition of how to get the paper off it. So we'll see you in a while. Well, it looks pretty good. We still have to get the second color, the red, on there. But when this dries up, we'll take and credit card this all off, and I'll come back and I'll put the red on it. And I think tomorrow we're going to start leathering. And then after I get a little bit of clear on the lettering, I'll start the inking process. Can't believe how humid it was today, because I did have to add quite a bit of retarder in the paint to get it to not blush out. So it's still rather soft. So I don't want to go too much farther until this dries up. I'll probably wait till tomorrow to card that off, because I don't want a chance peeling that up. But it's kind of cool. I don't know. I like it. It's not like Tom's Minado, but hell, it wasn't supposed to be anyway. So we'll see you in a bit.